Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the June 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your sun, moon, and rising signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most at this time. So in regards to the layout, I'll be pulling a Celtic cross style spread. Firstly, using the intuitive tarot deck here, and then I'll be getting further clarification as always using the Rider-Waite deck. So let's get into it. So just want to say firstly a big thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me to have your support. For those of you who've also been sharing the videos, thank you so much for that. It's really appreciated. And it's nice to have you a part of my growing online community. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, because there's going to be a lot of tarot readings coming up in the near future, as well as I'll be hosting some live sessions once I get my connection sorted, because it's been a little bit temperamental, so I want to get that fixed first, and I'll resume doing the live readings as well. And and also discussions. So speaking of which, if you haven't seen already, you can check out my first live discussion that I hosted on Instagram with tarot reader and podcaster Nature's Galaxy. That's Natalie. Really nice discussion that we had about all things spirituality and tarot. So you can visit my YouTube channel. You can visit my YouTube channel and see the video there, because I formatted it for YouTube also. Or you can take a look at it on IGTV, okay? And you'll find my social media links in the banner there of my channel. Okay, so I'm just getting the final cards of your layout and we'll go into it. See what's going on for you in the month of June, Pisces. I know there's a lot of endings and beginnings taking place right now for the signs. A lot of karmic cycles are coming to a close. Significant shifts in the collective as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out for you this month. So in regards to your present circumstances, you have Judgment in reverse, okay? So again, this is when I'm talking about cycles coming to a close. There is something that has not come to completion though. There is something that is either resolving or the conclusion is not been met yet, right? So this is coming to a close. This will be at some stage in the month of June, I feel. But there's something that needs addressing in order for that closure to take place, okay? It may be something that is just required for your own inner knowledge, or it's something that needs to play out between yourself and specific individuals, or just karmically in general. We'll look at that when we clarify. In regards to the position of your challenge, you have the Ace of Swords, so air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is talking about standing for what you believe in, standing in your truths, speaking your mind, okay, without fear of consequence. So this is what I'm talking about, especially with that Judgment in reverse there. This is like something needs to be said in order for closure to be brought in, okay, for resolution. And that's it. So you're having to speak up. Where in Pisces, a lot of the time you guys are reluctant to, to speak up on certain things, particularly if there's an argument that's broken out, because you don't like conflict, you don't like confrontation. But sometimes when the energy is overwhelming, when you're upset, you just have to speak up and you just kind of let it all spill out, right? But I feel like with this is controlled. This isn't just an emotional outburst. This is something that is coming from a place of truth that just needs to be said, right? This cutting truth that's going to come in like a knife, right? That's going to get to the heart of the matter and clear up any illusion or any miscommunication or confusion, right? In regards to your recent past, you have the High Priestess in reverse. So this is your energy, Pisces, okay? And I feel like I said before, you were maybe in a position where you would not speak up, you would not state certain things, you didn't want to trigger or push anyone's buttons. but there was a time and a place for you to speak up, for you to state what needed to be said, for you to dispel any lies, any manipulation, any confusion. And that's what you did. I feel like you already started this process. You already started to, turn up, essentially. You're standing your ground, communicating what needs to be said. You're allowing your intuition to come through right now. Because I feel like in the past you were maybe, you felt like a certain way, or you had a gut feeling or a hunch, but you wouldn't follow it up because you felt like, well, what if I'm wrong? What if, I've got the wrong end of the stick? I don't want to rock the boat just based on a feeling, that kind of thing. Whereas now you're speaking your truth. You're not giving a shit, pretty much. You're like, no, I know this to be right in my heart and in my mind, so I'm going to speak it. I'm not going to allow myself to be silenced, essentially. I'm not going to allow myself to be silenced when there's something that needs to be said, there's something that needs to be shown, right? In regards to your near future, you have the Star card, Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you could have Aquarius in your chart, or you could have an Aquarius that's going to be prominent in some aspects of this. Either way, I feel like you are going to light up inside when you're standing in your truth, when you're speaking your truth, speaking your mind, speaking your heart, and moving towards how you feel you should go about your life. Will you want to align yourself with? Maybe there's a cause that you want to back up. Maybe there's a passion you want to pursue, right? Maybe there's a career change that would make you feel like, yes, this is it. This is what I want to do with my life. This is my calling, right? Or perhaps you want to come into this space of mediation, right? Where you want to take both sides of the argument and try and see things from a more objective view, because you're able to do that, because you're not in the thick of it in the same way as maybe other people are. You're able to see things more objectively. So you want to try and mediate, right, between these opposing opinions, right, or views or energies. So you might be feeling like, oh, this is what I was born to do. This is what my calling is. I'm a mediator, or I'm someone who can counsel people. I can support people. This is what I'm good at. I can get to the heart of a matter, and I can help people with my compassion, because you guys are very compassionate people, right? So maybe that's where you're realizing your calling is, and you're like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to invest my time in. So it could be that you have a career change as a result of this. In regards to your feelings, you have the Four of Wands in reverse, okay? So this is talking about you being in your element, you being in your stability, you creating a foundation for yourself and coming into alignment, the Four of Wands. It's also fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But with it being in reverse, I feel like you're feeling that you are being called to get into alignment. You're being called to align yourself with energies, with schools of thought, with creative outlets, right, that resonate with your core beliefs, that resonate with your passions, right, with your calling. Because right now you're feeling it. You're feeling like this current structure that I'm in whatever capacity of my life, is not fitting. It's not serving me, and it's not serving the purpose. So I need to do something about that. In regards to your energy and what's crowning you at this time, okay, so what's within your power to affect, you have the World card. The World card. I did this yesterday. I think I said the Wheel of Fortune or the World card when I had the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why that keeps coming up. Anyway, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this is saying it. This is it. Like, you getting into this space, into this energy, and being like, okay, this is something that I can do. This is something I'm passionate about. I need to speak up. I need to show, the detachment and clarity is needed in this situation, because whoever you're dealing with, that's, you know, either confrontational or getting to an argument with others, or that's, you know, making you feel like you're having to speak up on a matter. You're seeing where the imbalance lies. You're seeing how this dynamic is played out and has been playing out in many connections of yours for some time, because it's nudging you into getting into this space of truth, getting into this space of, you know, operating in your highest form, being in your element, being able to use your natural abilities for the betterment of yourself and others, right? So once you start operating in that circle and in that space, that's when you'll start to see things moving into a more positive direction. That's when you'll start to see conflict resolution. That's when you'll start to see things de-escalate. That's when you'll see things moving in your favor as well. In regards to the advice, you have the Eight of Wands. Communication is exactly what we were talking about from the very first second of this reading. Communication is at the crux of this entire reading. So I feel like this is going to be of major significance in the month of June, especially now that we are so close to approaching you know, another retrograde, right? We got several planets in retrograde, but I know that Mercury is going retrograde, I think in a couple of weeks or in a week or so. I can't remember the time frame, but it's very soon. And either way, yeah, it's like this is happening in the course of June. Mercury will be in retrograde, okay? And with that in mind, communication is going to be a nightmare. And generally, as you know, in the world right now, you know, things are very heated when it comes to certain social issues and political issues, right? So you can only imagine when Mercury is in retrograde, how much worse that's going to be, right? So you, as someone who has this mediation aspect to your character, are going to be essential at this time, right? Because you're going to be able to speak more clearly. There we go, clearly. I can't speak anyway. You'll be able to speak clearly and concisely, and you will still be able to, you know, reach people with your words and with your feelings and with your energy, right? When everyone else is getting a little muddled. I mean, I live my life pretty much muddled because, I don't know, my speech just doesn't quite come together in a lot of ways. But, you know, you're someone who's going to be able to do that, you know, even when things are difficult and the energies are not aligning with that. You will still be one of those who can kind of navigate through those energies and still reach people with your passion, with your understanding, with your enthusiasm, right? So use that to your benefit this month. In regards to your external influences, you have the Page of Swords in reverse, so more air energy. Yeah, you could very well be dealing in Aquarius because we've got some strong air energy here in this reading. But either way, all about the communication, logistics side of things, you know, seeing things objectively, you know, using your rationality, you know, your rationale to reach people. But either way, I feel like with this being in the external influences, so this is people, places, environments, circumstances, right? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me they're in the Page of Swords in reverse, because people are just speaking without thinking, right? They're speaking without thinking, and a lot of what they're saying is not coming from an educated viewpoint. And I don't mean in terms of going to university or being a professor. I'm talking about, you know, doing the research, having an understanding of what's being said, of what's being communicated. A lot of people are not going to be doing that. They're just going to be reacting to circumstances, reacting to whatever. Even to your words at times, you know, they're just going to jump on the bits that they want to criticize, or that they're going to twist and say, you know, oh, you just want to fight me, or you just don't want to agree with me, or you're not listening to me, or whatever, you know. But the fact is like, you'll be able to reach people. by your emotive language, by how you express yourself. You have emotional intelligence is what I'm saying. You have emotional intelligence. And I feel like that's been upgraded massively recently for you. So you're going to be able to reach people in a way that others can't. So that's very positive. In regards to your fears, you have the devil. So this is Capricorn energy, okay? So you could be concerned that no matter how you try and communicate, your words are going to be skewed by those who have an agenda, right? By those who want to do harm, that want to keep the conflict going, that has an interest in there being discord between you and another, or you and several people, right? There may be a friend, family member, colleague, or someone you know who has a vested interest in there being disarray, right? Because then they can sneakily get their claws into whatever it is they're trying to obtain, especially if it's something financial or anything to do with status, right? There may be someone that's actually fueling this feud or whatever's taking place here, because I feel like there is a lot of arguments, conflict, disarray, and someone is actually antagonizing it, and you're afraid that this person may use your words against you, right? And be able to convince people that you're the one that's doing damage, you're the one that wants the conflict, and that you're not listening to them, you don't care, blah, 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 to get them on their side, right? So I think that's what you're concerned about, that when you speak up, that it's going to be used against you in some way. In regards to your hopes, you have the King of Swords in reverse. So more air energy, okay? Yeah, that's crazy. Very strong Aquarius vibes here. But either way, I feel like with this being in your hopes, I mean, this person that you're dealing with could be an Aquarius, or it could be that there's an Aquarius that helps you and encourages you to stand in your truth and to speak up, all right? But either way, I feel like with this being in your hopes, you're hoping that you can reach whoever needs to be, whoever you need to extend your hand to, whoever needs to be calmed in this situation, whoever needs to see the truth for what it is, whoever needs to be aware of certain things that are going on behind their back by those who have less than, good intentions. You're hoping that you can find a way to reach them and express that without, without coming across as dogmatic or like a hard ass, or someone that is overly self-righteous, right? That you're just coming from a place of just being like, listen, this is what's happening, right? So I think you're hoping that people won't see you as someone who's trying to lay down the law, or trying to monitor the situation and just come off as holier than thou, or kind of authoritarian in any way, because you're not doing that. You're just trying to stop the madness, right? You're just trying to clear the air, get the truth out, let people see where fault truly lies and where it doesn't, and help people to heal as well, resolve any inner conflict and resolve conflict between themselves. So yeah, this energy is going to be very much needed at this time, Pisces, in various different aspects, I'm telling you, especially with how things are in the world right now. Like, we need your energy. We really do. And then finally, in regards to your outcome, potential outcome, you have the Six of Swords. So moving away from conflict and into a place of understanding, of groundedness, of of clear thinking, clear seeing, right? Clear perception, which we want. Absolutely, we want that. So that's very, very good as an outcome, or potential outcome. So I don't like to do in absolutes. All right, so let's go in and see what clarification we can get for you. But this became very specific. I know this might not resonate for every Pisces, but yeah, some of you are literally coming up from the water and saying, listen, this is how it is, okay? If we want to improve things, if we want to clear up any misunderstandings, especially, sorry, I dropped some cards just now, especially for those of you where it was some kind of difficult situation or some conflict that took place in the workplace. I feel like, you know, you're having to step up and take on like a managerial kind of position, you know, or at least at a supervisor level, even if you're not, right? Even if you are just a team member, right? I feel like you're having to step up into that role because no one else is, essentially. So you're like, fine, if I'm the one that has to do it, then that's what I'm going to do, right? But that may very well work to your benefit overall. I feel like it's definitely going to help you in terms of your character building and your development, for sure. It's going to give you the confidence to do that when you feel it's necessary. But in regards to your work, it may even serve you as well, but we'll see. Okay. Because maybe before you were being overlooked because you were so quiet, but now you're raising, you know, eyebrows. Some of them for not the reasons you want, and others for very good reasons. So we'll see. So in regards to your present circumstances, the Justice card in reverse here. Judgment card in reverse. You have 6 of Wands. You have Page of Wands. And you have the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, I like this. Yes. So this is you, okay? This is you stepping into your energy, understanding that you've got your shit together, that you can see things clearly, that you can see opportunity where people are seeing lack. And you are coming in saying, listen, I know what needs to happen here, okay? I got this. Let me show you what needs to take place. So you're going to be expressing yourself in a whole new way. You're even carrying yourself differently. Your energy is going to be very different this month, Pisces, because you're understanding that you have the ability to bring solutions, right? You are good at problem solving. Like I said, emotional intelligence you have in abundance. And that only brings more physical abundance to your circumstances. So don't be surprised if you end up gaining the attention of someone who can help your career in some way, or give you a platform in some way. For some of you, I feel like that's the case. So awesome. But definitely you're going to turn some of the right heads for the right reasons this month. So well done you. In regards to the position of your challenge, the Ace of Swords here, okay, you have the Fool in reverse and you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. You have the Queen and the King in reverse, which is interesting. Yeah, you find it really difficult to express yourself in a way that may come across as kind of harsh and very assertive, like next level assertive. You find that hard to do, right? And that's not something you really want to step into the energy of wanting to come across as a know-it-all, someone who thinks that, they are more knowledgeable than everyone else, they have more experience, that their opinion is more valid and more valuable than anyone else's. Your challenge is to step in your truth and assert your position and communicate what needs to be said without going into that energy, okay? Because that's not going to help you move forward. And I feel like that's what you're not going to do anyway. That's not what you want to do. That's not your energy. But you're just having to tread that fine line between asserting yourself and vocalizing your stance and your opinion, and making sure that you don't come across as you don't come across as a know-it-all or someone who is, belittling others in any way, okay? So that's the fine line that you're walking here, but I think you've got it. I think you're not afraid to lay the smack down in terms of speaking your truth, whether people like it or not. But I don't think you're going to be nasty with it. I don't think you're going to start like attacking people and calling people names or anything like that. It's not going to come from a place that's spiteful. So you just have to be aware that maybe some people might resort to that, but you shouldn't rise to them, right? because that's not how you are. In regards to your feelings, the Four of Wands in reverse here, you have the Star card, so Aquarius energy, like I was saying before, so it's come up twice now. You have the Ace of Wands. We have a lot of fire too. And you also have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you got a lot of fire in this as well. So you could have a lot of fire in your chart. It'll be dealing with some fire signs, especially with all that aggression and anger and frustration coming up, right? But either way, I feel like, yeah, you're aware of where you need to step up, where you need to tap into your power, essentially. With that Star and the Ace, it's like you have an opportunity here to step into your true power, right? To allow your higher aspect to take the reins a little bit, you know, so that you don't get fearful when this moment of revelation comes in, right? Because you are going to stand your ground. You're going to express something in a way that you've never done before. So you may need to find that you need a little bit of courage to help you do that, because you're not aware of, you're not sure of what the backlash, if there is any backlash, will be like, or what's going to happen as a result. So, but either way, you're going to be supported through that, right? Because you're stepping up, you're stepping into your power, right? And you're like, listen, I have the solution, I have the answer. You're all bickering, trying to find how to, you know, resolve this issue, but I have the answer, I have the clarity, right? So you can either stop fighting me on it and allow me to express what it is, or you can continue fighting amongst yourselves, because I'm not here for that, right? I'm not going to let you beat me down just because I have something, you know, important, something of value to share. But at the same time, if you're not willing to listen, then I will take this proposition or this idea elsewhere, right? It's that kind of feeling, which is good. I like you getting into this energy, Pisces. It's nice. In regards to what's crowning you at this time, the Wheel of Fortune, you have the High Priestess in reverse, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So a lot going on here. Yes, so you have the High Priestess in reverse twice, which is your card. So I think it's really telling you, do not overlook your intuition, but at the same time, use your intuition and be able to speak up from a place of knowing, from what is clear in your mind and in your hearts, right? Don't hold back. Do not hold back. Do not deny yourself this opportunity, okay? Because it has the ability to give you so much in terms of emotional fulfillment, changes, positive changes in your energy, in your environment, okay? But if you don't do that, it's going to be very difficult to see those changes play out, right? And I feel like when you decide, but there's also this kind of balancing act. Like I said, there's a fine balance between overstepping the mark and expressing what needs to be said. So it's you having to find this balance, so it doesn't become a self-serving energy, that it's actually being expressed for the betterment of all, right? So that's what I get from that. In regards to your advice, the Eight of Wands here, you have the Magician and the Four of Wands in the upright. Oh my gosh, Pisces, what is this reading? Yeah, your advice is stand up. Like, you have the tools. You can reach people on an intellectual and an emotional level, right? You are of the right energy and mindset to do this work, so do it, right? Because then you can create this incredible possibility for a new partnership, some kind of endeavor of some description that's going to bring great happiness into your life, full of possibilities and resources, right? That you can use to build solid foundations for yourself and others moving forward. So very, very positive. In regards to your external influences at this time, the Page of Swords in reverse, You have the Moon card in reverse, so your energy again. And you have the 5 of Wands in reverse, more fire. Yes. Okay, so I feel like... yeah, I feel like it's getting to the point now where the heatedness of the argument has died down. Maybe it's already reached like the crescendo, because like I said, it is coming to an end, this situation, but there isn't a resolution. So I feel like the big climatic moment has already occurred, right? Where people are squabbling amongst themselves over what needs to be done because there is some kind of crisis and some capacity, especially if it's work related with everything that's happening, maybe financially, you know, you're scared that you may be at a loss, or your business might go under, or like whoever you're working for, etc. But whatever capacity this is going on, family, you know, work, whatever, I feel like the climax of the situation has already been reached, right? And now it's a case of people are not seeing eye to eye and they're not communicating because they don't know what to do. They don't know what the solution is. And everyone's just in a state of confusion, but you know what the solution is, and you're going to bring that to their awareness very, very soon. In regards to your fears then, the devil here, Capricorn, you have 2 in reverse. It's 2 in reverse, 2 of cups in reverse, and you have the 4 of cups in the upright. So with all this water energy here especially, I feel like you're concerned that, that this person, whoever this is, may cause a rift in a significant connection to you, to the point where you're trying to express your true feelings on a matter, the person, this significant person in your life, is not going to accept what you have to say, you know, because they've already sided with this other person. Or you're afraid that you say something out of turn because of your anger, because of what was said by this person, and then this person only hears the worst part of it, or you lashing out, and then you're afraid they're not going to accept your apology because you know, you spoke out of turn, that you know that you're not willing to do the work anymore in this connection, or you're not willing to keep banging your head, or if this person doesn't listen to you or believe you, then they should just leave, right? And that may have hurt their feelings quite deeply, and you're trying to apologize for that, and you're like, listen, I didn't mean it, it's just that I was angry that you took this person's word over mine, or whatever that was. And they're just like, yeah, but you shouldn't have said that, you know. So you're afraid that, how am I going to smooth this over? So maybe you had a moment where you kind of lashed out yourself because you were just at your wit's end. You were frustrated because you were not being listened to. In regards to your hopes, the King of Swords in reverse here, you have the 10 of Cups and you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. So yeah, you're hoping for a positive outcome, you know. You're like, I don't want things to go to shit. I don't want everything to fall apart. I'm hoping that I can find a way to make this, you know, at least a positive situation for as many involved as possible, right? Like, I don't want it to just be serving myself. I want it to be the best possible outcome for everyone involved, right? I don't want everything to go to shit. I don't want everything to change just because of whatever this took place. I don't want to see everything fall apart. So I want to find a way to express it and get people to know that I'm not against them. I'm on their side, right? That we're working together to find a solution to this problem. And then in regards to, I just realized I didn't do your past and present. I did your past and present. No, I didn't do your past and your near future. Sorry, I'm just going to go back. So with regards to your recent past, the High Priestess here, you have the King of Swords again. Oh my God, in reverse again. And the Ten of Swords. So you are trying to walk away from something where you felt like you couldn't express yourself, but no more. You chose to speak out, you spoke out because it caused you a lot of pain, right? It caused you so much pain. And you were just like, I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. You know, I don't want to have to warm myself up. I don't want to have to, you know, detach myself from my emotions. But this is ridiculous. Even from a logical viewpoint, this is not acceptable. This is no way to be. And I'm not going to be treated like this anymore. Especially whoever that Capricorn energy is. Might not even be a Capricorn, but whoever represents the devil in the situation here. They might have caused this rift to the point where you spoke up and you may have even said something out of turn because you're upset. And you're trying to heal that, you know, between you or whoever that was. Or you're just simply standing up for yourself because of what was being said about you that caused you a lot of pain, right? Whatever lies or deceit was taking place there. In regards to your near future, the Star card here, Aquarius energy. Ooh, you have the Ace of Cups. You have the Justice card, so Libra energy. Interesting, could be dealing with a Libra. And you have the Knight of Cups. Oh man, so yeah, someone, I feel like this is either your energy or someone else's energy. Could be a Libra, but I feel like someone's like, look, I just want us to get back on track. So you're afraid that someone's not going to reject your apology or it's not going to listen to what you have to say about the lies that was spread or the things that were intentionally manipulated by a third party or whoever they were. But whoever this is, either you are going to express this or the person you're dealing with, a significant person you're dealing with, is going to express this like, listen, I know things got really crazy. You know, we both said and did things probably that we regret. And, you know, I want us to get back on track. I want us to start with a clean slate because I have so much love for you. I have so much care for you. You know, you are my best friend. You are my daughter, my son, my cousin, my niece, my nephew. You're my, you know, the love of my life. You are, you know, one of the best teammates I ever had. Whatever it is, you're like, I want us to get our friendship, our relationship, our partnership back on track. But can we start with a fresh slate? Because I have so much respect and passion for you, you know, and care for you. Like with the cups energy here overflowing, it's like this person has a lot of love for you. And I think you've also, because with the Libra energy here, it's balanced. You both have a lot of love and consideration for one another. So that's beautiful. I love that as your near future. That's nice. Well, you need that, Pisces. I'm so glad. I'm really happy about that because you guys have been through it the past year or so. So I'm really happy about that. And then finally, in regards to your potential outcome here, the Six of Swords, you got the Eight of Cups and you got the Four of Swords. So basically, when the dust is settled on whatever this, you know, argument was or situation was that played out, you're going to go off and heal. You're going to heal your wounds. You're going to feel like you have the peace of mind, the clarity, the space to do the healing that you need to do. And you're going to give yourself some time as well for some introspective work, right? To see where it is that, you know, this rift came from, how it began, you know, what you can do to prevent it in the future from your side of things. What you can do to best benefit yourself and your relationships so that miscommunication and deceit doesn't become a part of it, right? Whether it's infused from someone outside of that situation or by just misunderstandings, right? So you're looking within on how you can best ensure that things do not go unsaid again to the point where they build up and someone else can come in and cause havoc, right? But it's allowing you to come into, once this has been, you know, once there's closure and it's been resolved, you can then go off and do that healing within yourself and introspective work. And then you can come back into balance, which is really nice, and harmony with those involved. So I love that as an end result for your reading. This was awesome. I really enjoyed doing this for you, Pisces. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And yes, we'll look at your shadow work reading because I'll be doing the shadow work readings within the next 2 or 3 days, starting off with. So we'll see what's coming up in that time period to help you through this process. But otherwise, sending you lots of love, lots of encouragement, lots of yes. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon.